In continuing coverage, a judge today denied the resentencing of a woman who pleaded guilty to murdering her ex-fiancé in the 1990s.
April Wilkins requested a new sentence under a new state law that requires the court to consider domestic abuse when sentencing someone. Wilkins claims she suffered severe domestic abuse at the hands of her ex-fiancé, Terry Carlton. Fox 23's Devin Lyon was in court for both days of this hearing.
There's never a challenge to whether or not Ms. Wilkins was guilty of murder. She is a convicted murderer. The real question was, should her sentence have been modified?
While I respect the court's opinion and decision today, I believe that this type of case is the exact kind of case that the Survivors Act was designed for.
District Judge David Gooten ruled that April Wilkins did not qualify for a new sentence hearing under the Oklahoma Survivors Act. The new law passed in 2024 requires courts to factor in domestic violence when sentencing a victim. April Wilkins claimed she suffered severe domestic abuse at the hands of her ex-fiancé, Terry Carlton. Her attorneys recounted how she was brutally beaten, raped, financially extorted, and forced to do drugs by Carlton. Defense attorney Colleen McCarty claimed domestic violence is what led to Wilkins killing Carlton.
This case is what inspired this law to be passed in Oklahoma. We will pursue every avenue of relief for her until she is free. We are not abandoning her now, just like we haven't for the last 3 years.
But the prosecutors for the state and county disagreed. They claimed domestic abuse was not the sole reason of why she pulled the trigger. They say she suffered from severe mental illness and abused drugs, which led to the murder. This was backed by police and hospital records.
I'm not a big fan of Terry Carlton's behavior. I don't think the state of Oklahoma ever was a fan of his behavior. I do respect the Oklahoma Survivors Act, but it's their burden, as Judge Gooten had indicated. And they had an obligation to put on sufficient evidence that would have convinced him that Ms. Wilkins was eligible under the Oklahoma Survivors Act, and they failed at that.
After 2 days and 6 long testimonies, Judge Gooten sided with the prosecutors. He says there's no doubt April Wilkins was a domestic abuse survivor, but her attorneys did not prove if that was the reason she killed Terry Carlton. So he has to side with the original court ruling from 1998. Covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
Wilkins is 27 years into a 35-year life sentence with the possibility of parole. She is able to apply for parole tomorrow.